Well, we all think of it as the most wonderful time of the year, in theory anyway, but the holiday season can also be a time that is stressful. There's a gift buying, busy airports, family gatherings. Here was some advice for beating the holiday humdrum and Christmas crazies. Dr. Sarah Paper is a psychologist with Allina Health. Dr. Paper, thank you for being with us today. And we think of this time of year as the time of joy, but do you see some people who are just not in a good place?
One thing we know is that the holiday season can be very stressful. Research has shown that most 60-some% of people report increased stress during the holidays. And people with mental illness, about 30-some% of those people report that their symptoms are exacerbated by the stress. That includes also physical conditions. People with medical conditions, the stress can have a toll on them as well.
So that's good to just think about that. I mean, that's more than half the population.
Yes.
That not everybody is doing great and celebrating and super happy right now. There's different stressors this time of year. Talk about some of them that you see come up in your practice.
Yes, at Allina Health, I see my patients talk a lot about the three F's I've been saying. So finances, food, and family. And those are things we really can't escape during the holidays. And I know this year has been really hard with finances too, with prices going up and people needing to buy presents and having that pressure. And then being with family is wonderful, but also can be a source of stress for people as well. And food, a lot of people struggle with food, whether it's trying to eat less to be healthier or people with eating disorders. The holidays are a very difficult time for them.
So there's a lot of people who are going through pain for different reasons. One thing that is really big, and I know I've been through this too, grieving during the holiday. How do we support people? What is your advice going into the holidays for people dealing with that?
Yeah, grief this time of year is really hard for people who have lost somebody, particularly those who, if this is their first year and they don't really know what to expect, it can be extremely, extremely painful. But even those who have lost people years ago, we all remember the holidays from the past and what happened, and when those memories include people who are no longer with us, that can be really, really difficult. So one thing I recommend to people is to make it different. For instance, my first Thanksgiving with my dad, he loved beer and coffee, and so we made sure that everybody had their recipe, the thing that they brought, included one or both. I don't know that anybody took on the challenge of both, but one of those ingredients in there. So I made a beer-reduced apple pie, I believe, and an espresso cheesecake. So different ways to have that person's presence. Yeah, to have them there and honored and not to expect it to feel the same. It's not going to feel the same, and don't try to make it that. So whether it's doing something totally different or bringing in a new tradition so that you can honor that person and feel them there.
Wonderful. Great advice. So important. We need to remember that not everyone is okay right now. We thank you for what you do, Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being with us.